Hello, welcome to MoviePod, a reclaimed cinema podcast. This is a podcast that looks at movies that have had significant change in critical reception since their release. And this week we're going to be talking about a movie that was kind of dunked on a lot when it came out, but always had its shooters, but it's been kind of reappraised thanks to two actors becoming pretty major talents that people really appreciate now. So I'm joined by my friend Andy, again, my first returning guest to MoviePod.
Oh, very cool.
How's it going, Andy?
Hi, thank you for having me. It's going well. I'm very excited to talk about Twilight with you yet again.
Yep.
For the millionth time.
We've seen Twilight together probably at least 5 times, right?
Wrong. We've seen Twilight every single year for the past, 10 years together.
Okay, so it's been 10 years, 10 times, okay?
We've been married, not you and I, but me and my husband have been married 9 years, and you and I have started watching it together way past 9 years, so at least 12, we're going on 12 years, I feel like.
So we've seen this movie a lot. We have a lot of takes on Twilight as a franchise, especially as we go along. This is probably the first movie, the best movie of the bunch.
Wrong. Nope.
I mean best, when it comes to, I guess by objective terms, it's the best directed, it's the one that's the best acted.
Oh,
it gets way more insane as it goes
along. I see. Okay, I see.
Yeah. And so Twilight, it's a phenomenon, right? So it's the vampire romance where a teenage girl, she moves to some small town, falls in love with a vampire, there's a love triangle with a werewolf, and things just then they go from there. There's 4 books, they make 5 movies out of them, and they're insane.
Have you ever read the books?
I've read the first book. My introduction to Twilight was that my girlfriend in high school, she was really into the books.
Name names. Text me who it was later.
I could just delete this out.
Yeah. Oh, fuck, bless her heart. Yeah. Woman of taste.
Yeah. So she was really into the books, and I kind of mocked her for it a little bit, which was kind of fun. But then I ended up reading the first book, just no, I'll give it a shot. And the first book, it's exactly the same as the movie for the most part. There's very only minor changes to the movie. It's written in a compelling fashion, which is interesting. I thought it's a thick book, but it's a pretty breezy read.
Oh, good.
So I didn't really feel like I was doing too much homework with it. It is insane. But the thing is, when you kind of wrapped up in it, it doesn't feel as insane. But these are insane movies.
Would you say the movie is better to experience than reading the book? Because I've never read the book. Yeah. Do you think I would enjoy it more than the movie?
Maybe. I think I've never been a teenage girl.
Neither have I.
You've been a teenage girl?
No.
Never?
No, not once.
Nope. Skip the whole thing.
Skip the whole thing.
The whole thing. So I met you when you were a teenage girl. You weren't a teenage girl.
No, absolutely not. When did we meet? We met in high school.
Yeah.
We literally have classes together.
Yes. Okay. English classes, too.
You love to see it. Oh my god.
So Twilight is based on the novel series, same name, by Stephanie Meyer. So there are 4 books. They're released annually from 2005 to 2008. And they do follow the movie pretty accurately. The book sold 160 million copies, which is a lot. It was a few years after, I think the last Harry Potter book came out around the same time as these Twilight books. This is the young adult book, revolution coming along. And, the success of Twilight leads into stuff like Hunger Games, Divergent, books like that. Mm. So it really kickstarted a lot of things in the book world. But with Twilight itself, here's some stuff I learned about Twilight as a production of the movie, is that in 2004, before the first book came out, the manuscript caught the attention of MTV Films and Paramount. And, we kind of want to, make some, capture a younger audience, so let's just try and take whatever vampire-related things, supernatural-related things we can make. Probably after the success of Blade 2, they kind of want to look at that. So there's a very early draft that was more like a vampire version of Romeo and Juliet, and they wanted to appeal to a male audience. So the changes they made included Bella Swan was a long-distance runner, and there's at one point she is riding a jet ski while being chased by the FBI. Which, I kind of wish they put in the movie somehow.
Could you imagine?
Kristen Stewart just, on a jet ski escaping, a bunch of, the FBI. I want some FBI agents, chasing down, Dale Cooper between
For what purpose? No, what are the bad vampire names? It's not the Illuminati.
The Volturi.
The Volturi chasing poor Bella.
Yeah. Flying around. That'd be awesome. There's, curses in it. There's lots of swearing in it. And, at one point, this part, I burst out laughing when I read this. Bella uses a shotgun against the vampires who killed her father.
No, Charlie!
So Charlie Swan is the best character in the entire Twilight saga.
Absolutely.
We'll get into him absolutely as we go along, but like the fact that he dies in this first draft that came out, awful thing, terrible.
What a crock of shit.
Yeah. And luckily there's some management changes at Paramount, and all vampire movies and werewolf movies were completely scrapped because the Wes Craven movie Curse with Christina Ricci and Jesse Eisenberg completely tanked at the box office.
I don't even know what movie that is.
I never heard this movie before until I was like, Wes Craven made a werewolf movie?
News to me.
So that got scrapped, and then the movies became so big that it became possible where it's like, okay, we're going to try and make Twilight into a movie now. And Paramount's rights to Twilight expired, so Summit acquired them, and they agreed to Stephenie Meyer in a contract that they would be more faithful to the books.
I remember there was like big talk before the movies came, like before the movies were even cast. I remember there were like murmurs, and I heard that like people really wanted Alexis Bledel to play Bella. Mm-hmm. Could you imagine what a different vibe that would be if we had like Alexis Bledel as Bella? Like,
I think she could do it. She has the look.
I think she would absolutely be able to do it.
And like she just needs to like decrease her talking speed in Gilmore Girls by 50%, and she can probably get it done.
I feel like if Alexis Bledel was in it, wouldn't have been like so panned. Like I feel like they could have probably pulled it off.
I think we'd have the same problems because I think that, well, they especially because like the books were so massive, like, and like they wanted to appeal to the audience of the books entirely. So like I think with the
girlies wanted Alexis.
They did, but like I feel like a lot of the things that people mocked the movie was like how like, you know, how like offbeat it is, how strange it is, how like you know, like how much of a blank slate Bella is, which is. Kristen Stewart did an incredibly well blank slate job for the character because that's what the character is in the books. Like, so they're trying to really just adapt the book to be exactly what the book, they adapt the movie to whatever the book was.
Okay.
So I feel like whatever issues popped up with, I think that Alexa Lowe could have done a very good job. I think Kristen Stewart, I think it would have been a very similar job to it because I think Kristen Stewart kind of understood what the assignment was.
Huh.
I think, like, because like there's not much of a character in the books. It's supposed to be like you're a teenage girl, you're applying like. Oh, this could be me.
Yeah. Okay.
And so, like, I could see it. Like, she could probably do a very good job with it too. But like, imagine the complete career trajectory she would have been on compared to this.
Yeah. Instead of Sin City, she's doing fucking Twilight. How crazy would that be?
Yeah. When was that? When did Gilmore Girls end again?
Like, I dipped out. I don't know, like grade 8. So like, what? Like, don't quote me on this. I don't know, but maybe like 2004, maybe.
Okay.
Because then they did the
right. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, Twilight would have been. So it would have been after Twilight started up that she would have popped up into this.
Like the books, you mean?
Well, the movie came in 2008, so...
Yeah, I feel like Gilmore Girls was done before 2008, for sure.
A big part of the contract that Stephenie Meyer signed with Summit Entertainment was that it had to be a lot more faithful to the books, so they could make a lot of changes to it. Catherine Hardwicke, who directs the movie, she was hired off of directing 13 Lords of Dogtown.
13 with Nikki Reed,
yep.
who is in this, which was just...
Great.
Phenomenal as a 13-year-old girl to watch. But also Lords of Dogtown, I remember in like grade 9 wanting to like get my hands on that, and I have yet to watch it. Yeah. I've watched the documentary, but not the like movie. This needs to happen.
I've seen Lords of Dogtown, but I don't remember much about it. But I remember liking it.
Good excuse to watch it again.
And then Melissa Rosenberg was hired to write the screenplay, and she would write all 5 movies. So Rosenberg was able to crank out the script pretty fast because the 2008 writer strike was just about to happen, so Rosenberg's like, I gotta get the script done fast, or else it'll be like in development hell for a long time. So Stephenie Meyer came with a list of things that could not be changed for the movie, because Meyer was very aware of how big Twilight was, and like there were lines that she wanted to keep. There's lines like in the book that she wanted to keep in the movie because like she knew she ran to fans that had tattooed literal lines of dialogue on them. Like that won't work in a movie, but like she didn't want to piss off those fans. Like, hey, why isn't my tattoo in your movie?
Yeah.
Like,
did she mention which lines those were? Was it the spider monkey?
Oh, something to do with something about a lamb and a lion or something like that.
So, yeah. The lion falls in love with the lamb.
Yes.
He's doing the wall pin cabedon on her on a mossy rock. Get all the girlies squealing.
So here's a list of things Stephenie Meyer were not allowed. The vampires cannot have fangs.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
Stephenie, you're on the op list, honest to God.
Yeah.
Like,
there could be no coffins.
Okay, that's fair.
So, like, the vampire lore had to be pretty consistent. The vampires had to sparkle in the sunlight.
Okay.
Which is ridiculous. You can't kill anyone that does not die in the book, and the character names have to be the same as they are in the book, too.
That's totally fair.
So, like...
So I'm sorry, but in the books, they do not have fangs?
No.
I hate this woman. I hate this woman so much.
She has such a weird take on vampires. It's such a bizarre, like... we'll get into it because like they're like immortal and friendly, but like I guess the main guys are. But it's such like it's like you know, basically just want to make an immortal lover, and that was the big thing. And like I guess they could be vampires. They don't fly. They don't turn to bats. They don't fly around.
Yeah.
They don't die from a stake in the heart. They die from getting their neck snapped.
I just kind of clocked in that, oh my god, this is such an appropriate episode to do with me, of all people, who is from Transylvania. And it's like, the fact that she's like, no, we can't have vampire fangs. It's like, sis, what are you doing here? Like, what is this? Why are you calling them vampires at this point? Call them ghouls or something. Like, what are you even doing?
It's bizarre.
Like, okay, there's venom, there's sparkles, they don't have, like, literally, like, if it's like, what is a vampire? Here, I'm Stephanie Myers, I'm making a movie about the Wolfman, and he has, like, naked hippopotamus ears on his head, and, like, just the most, I'm literally, like, spiraling now, I can't even, like, fathom.
And it's not even like they really drink blood, they just eat people. They full on just, like, eat and murder people, so it's, like, more like, I guess, cannibalism than it is just like typical vampire shit.
I can't believe I never clocked in that they don't actually have fangs.
Yeah,
I'm honestly
they just look like normally with like infiltrate a high school.
I'm so upset.
And so
I feel hot. Yeah. I feel so uncomfortable and angry.
So Lily Collins and Jennifer Lawrence both screen tested for the role of Bella. Kristen Stewart was Hardwick's first choice. I think she's probably going to be, like, of those three, probably the best option because she can do the blank and vacant thing so well. She seems kind of awkward and weird. Jennifer Lawrence, when she's awkward and weird, is kind of a lot more endearing.
Yeah.
Charming.
There's nothing endearing about Kristen Stewart in this movie.
Yeah.
Not a damn thing.
Jackson Rathbone, who plays Jasper.
Your favorite character?
I hate Jasper so much. Every time Jackson Rathbone was Jasper pops on the screen, it's like a jump scare.
Listeners, please mail in all your Jackson Rathbone paraphernalia to Brian. He loves it. He's just a really big fan.
Oh, I hate it looking at him. He almost played Edward.
Whoa! Yeah. Could you imagine? What a twist.
Yeah, so the final four were, considered for the role, were Jackson Rathbone, Robert Pattinson, Shiloh Fernandez, and Ben Barnes.
I don't know who these people
are. I know Ben Barnes played Prince Caspian in those later Narnia movies. I'm not sure who Shiloh Fernandez is. Hardwick really pushed for Pattinson because she liked the way he looked, kind of the wild, kind of disheveled look he has. Myers said at one point she wanted Emily Browning and Henry Cavill to play Bella and Edward.
Henry Cavill I mean, I don't know how old he would have been when this movie came out, but I feel like Henry Cavill never once ever looked like a teenager, even when he was a teenager himself.
Yeah, no.
Like, he seems like God's biggest boy, and there's no way you can convince someone. He's like an Emmett vibe, where it's like Emmett does not come off looking like he's a teenager.
No,
you know
he just looks like some
like
dude.
Kellen Lutz is an enormous human being.
Yeah.
Like, how are you gonna get freaking...
And Taylor Lautner, he just responded to an open casting call for the role of Jacob Black. We'll get into a lot of Jacob later on, of course. He's like the other part of the love triangle we get in this film, in the whole series. The film was shot primarily in Portland, Oregon. I think like the Pacific Northwest vibe is pretty good. This movie has a great atmosphere and mood to it, which I think is like what makes it kind of stand out a lot more than... Even the later ones don't have the same kind of moodiness to them.
I feel like the filter is gone, too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was like sort of like a... Yeah, the color filter they have, like
the blue filter in this, it's like really,
really strong.
It hits, yeah.
So initial reviews were pretty mixed. Roger Ebert said that his crowd was wrapped with attention, though, and the positive review said like it captured the feeling of being 13 and female, how moody it is, and how like how she really wanted this guy or something like that, doesn't really want her back and stuff. It's like teens and their friends and stuff, so it captures a specific feeling. People liked about it, and like they liked the mood, like the atmosphere of the movie. They thought the soundtrack worked. Negative reviews focused really on the performances, how flat they can come across, and they found it unintentionally funny, which it is.
Absolutely a riot.
And I was reading some more about and so Twilight was pretty much an entirely female power phenomenon, which I think is really interesting. How like this is an era, 2008, like people are still using chick flick a lot as a derogatory term.
Yeah.
Stuff that women were into were really dunked upon, especially around this time too. That's when Justin Bieber became really big as well. And there's around that time there's a lot of shitting on Justin Bieber, him as a persona, but also the fans too. It's almost what girls were into were completely what girls are into, frankly, are never respected in society now because of sexism.
Yeah.
But like back then it was like at least we can look back at it and see like, oh yeah, like this was like a lot of it is sexism, just like what girls like is stupid, what guys like is cool, like.
Yeah.
Iron Man would come out a few months
please,
later.
please tell me how Family Guy is so great, but Twilight is not.
Yeah.
Like, come on, like, get the fuck out of here. Like, American Dad is just top tier fucking cinema, but not Twilight.
I think that's bad. Remember the time I married an 18-year-old as a 107-year-old?
Yeah, like, get the fuck out. Like,
and yeah, so like the young adult boom was of course happening, and with Twilight's success, we get to other books with female leads getting adaptations like Hunger Games, Divergent, Mortal Instrument, Beastly.
Beastly. God bless.
That is a wild movie. That is.
And you just gotta embrace the suck, which they really should have done in this movie, and given them motherfuckers some things.
Yeah, really and some tattoos and stuff. And have Neil Patrick Harris play a blind guy who golfs off of rooftops.
Oh, I forgot that we had Neil Patrick.
That is such a weird movie. Like that is such a. I think only we've seen it. Like I don't think anyone's.
Own it.
I do own it.
Do you?
Yeah, it's on my shelf. Right, Beastly, BBB. Let's see. I said, yeah, Beastly. It's like right there, middle shelf, right in the middle. God. Yeah, of course I got Beastly. It has also the extended ending, where actually like it finishes the story. Because remember, like the original movie doesn't have the proper ending.
Oh, I love this. Can I borrow it and never give it back? Can it live in my house now?
It's my precious Beastly. Oh.
Did you set out to buy? Like, did you order it, or did you just happen to like upon it when you were like thrifting or something?
I'm pretty sure I bought it off of eBay.
Oh, why didn't you add two to cart and give me one?
I don't know, because like I played the Beastly game for the Wii because my friend gave it to me, and that's the funniest video game ever because it's just a collection of mini games that doesn't follow the plot of the movie.
I've seen videos of like Let's Plays of it. Yeah,
it is the funniest video game ever. It's like probably the best So Bad It's Good game for the Nintendo Wii because it's complete shovelware mini games. And like they have cutscenes from the movie, but it has nothing to do with what you're playing. It's wild. There's also some Twilight video games too. Like there was like one for the DS. It's almost like I think it's like a puzzle game. You have like images from the movie, and you just like get puzzle pieces in there.
Excellent.
Can't imagine it being that much fun. But like, they're making video games for everything at this point in time. And yeah, so like I feel like a reason why people come around is a little more is like the young women who grew up with the franchise are really nostalgic for it. I always saw it as like a So Bad It's Good franchise.
Oh, yeah.
That's the way I see it for the most part.
Absolutely.
This movie I kind of like a bit more than the other ones, but overall, like I'm laughing at the movies, not laughing with the movies.
Are there any parts in the movie where you're supposed to be laughing with?
I think some parts, yeah. Like Bella's dad, he has some funny lines, and they see it as sincere and genuine, which I think they are. Like it's like not really a cynical movie. With the romance, the passion, it's there. It's not like there's actual chemistry between the actors and stuff. There's romantic tension. Like she wants something. She wants romance. She wants physical affection. And like you don't see that in movies a lot now. Like I don't think Spider-Man and Zendaya even hold hands in the Spider-Man movies. Like
okay.
Like there's like none of that like
yearning.
No yearning. Yeah, yearning's the best word for it. Like this movie is just full of yearning.
A Bella who yearns is a Bella who earns, as we found out with the later films.
And like the fact that they're really dedicating the books right without compromising themselves. Like, again, like they didn't have the jet ski FBI scene, which is actually kind of unfortunate. I kind of wish they did adapt that, but like you can see like some studio notes being like, hey, maybe Edward shouldn't be a 108-year-old vampire who's a pedophile and be like, a 25-year-old vampire. Like, why does he have to be that old? Like, but the fact that they stick with the books so much is kind of like interesting because like you can see the script notes pop up for like any movie, any adaptation, which they don't really have anymore. And I think it's the insanity of those movies, like the choice of keep Edward over 100 years old, going back to high school a million times. I think that's what makes it interesting to me because
just go to college at least.
Like, like what the fuck is he up to?
You
like,
have visible crow's feet in this film. Like you can't pass for a teenager. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and Catherine Hardwicke made a point about like how like it changed perception of the idea that a movie about a girl wouldn't be popular, would make a lot of money. So like it broke a lot of like some records here and there. And, like the first one especially is a very like female writer, female director, female lead, written by a book by a female author. The fact that kind of like kicked open some doors a little bit there, that's kind of good for it comes to representation in movies. So like this is definitely a series that's for the fans too, because how slavishly devoted they are to making it exactly like the book. Like having I haven't read the later books, but from reading the plot synopsis, like they are the exact same as they go along. Like they have like the Italian vampires, and
which, to be fair, I feel like that's just. I think that's just like if you're making a movie for the fans, you know what I mean? Like that's what we want.
Yeah.
Like that. Yeah. Like that's what. Like I feel like any fan would.
Think about how like a lot of series like you kind of want to expand your audience. Like, if there's not enough male seeing your movie, they're going to try like, oh, what can we do to capture them? Like, what if we add like another sexier vampire or something like that. But they never do that. They kind of just stick with, like, the characters that are already established in the books. They don't really, like, have, like, a big, like one of the big vampire movies for all the boys to see. It's kind of just, like, that doesn't fit the vibe of the books. They don't really add to the movie.
I can appreciate that, and, like, you know what I mean? Like,
and I think that, like, the big reason that kind of going back to movies now is, like, everyone thought that Robert Pattinson and Kristen Stewart were bad actors in this movie. They were completely ridiculed across the board. Like, they're shit actors. Like, it took them a while to shake off the image of being the Twilight people. But, like, Robert Pattinson's Batman now. He was, like, Mickey 17. He was in Mickey 17. He was the voice of the boy in the hair. And, like, he's in a lot of great movies. And Kristen Stewart, like, an Academy Award nominated actress. She is, like, a good, like, they've both shown, like, they can be in other movies and be very good. And they were doing their parts pretty well for the movies. And, like, fans, like, sure, like, people were wish casting other people, but, like, I think overall people liked who they cast overall in the end, like, for all three of the main actors. And, like, it's funny because, like, they weren't up for Razzies for the first movie, but the other four movies they're up for a lot of Razzies for, which I feel like is, like, the Razzies suck. They're very annoying. I feel a lot of it just, like, a lot of sex, like, oh, here's what girls like. And, yeah, like, I feel like a lot of the blame for the movies are put towards them rather than the material. Like, how crazy the material is, and, like, how not characters they really are. Like, they don't really have much like, what does Edward have to offer Bella other than, like, I will protect you? It's not like, like, I don't know, like, I, like, watch, like, oh, we can watch, like, the same, like, Mariners game together. It's just, like, no, we're just going to talk about protecting one another and how much we love each other.
Let's just listen to Clara DeLune on repeat.
That is such a weird tactic he has. Like, introduces a girl to his room, is like, oh, I have Clara DeLune, like, ready to go. It's so beautiful.
Just have it.
Which has to be a thing from the book, right? Because, like...
It must be, yeah.
Because think about how, like, the music in this movie, the soundtrack, pretty good. They have a lot of
The soundtrack absolutely rips. In my opinion, it's, like, the best part of the whole thing. And apparently the soundtrack was just, like, chosen by Kristen Stewart and Robert Pattinson. They were the ones that were just like, yeah, why don't you have this song? Have this song, have this song. And it's like...
And they all fit the mood of the movie, except for one song, which we will absolutely get to, because it's the best part of the movie. And, like, I've read some more of the feminist reads on Twilight Change over time, too. Because, like, a lot of it was like, oh, it's sexist. It's, like, like, them following, like, Stephanie Meyers is Mormon. So, like, there's a lot of, like, this is, like, a Mormon romance story, which I find to be pretty interesting. But, like, there's a lot of, like, the men being controlling and stuff, and a woman just, like, getting married early on to have sex and stuff. But, like, I see some more defenders about the romance, too, because I read one article in I saw this article online, Bitch Magazine, called this saga abstinence porn.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's like 4 movies that build up with, like, she wants to get fucked. And he's like, no, I can't, I'll hurt you because I'm too powerful. And there's chemistry with that. There is, like, actual tension with it. And, like, they're not sexless people. It's just that he wants it, but, like, he can't hurt her. And she wants it because, like, I want this vampire D in me so badly. And it kind of stands out now because, like, it's rare to see actual female sexual desire in a movie. Like, I don't see that very often at all, except for, like, especially a mainstream movie based on, like, a young adult book. Like, those Harry Potter movies don't really have that. Like, think about the Hunger Games movies and how, like, there's a love triangle in those movies, but, like, there's no real romantic attraction. It seems like kind of forced.
Now, in fairness, in the Hunger Games, though, they had bigger fish to fry. So it does make sense. Like, she has other things to worry about than, like...
Yeah, I guess she's gonna fight to the death.
Like, there's a lot more going on that, you know what I mean? One thing I gotta say I don't really appreciate about the way this character, like, Edward was written, I guess, and just, like, that dynamic, is it very much gives me the impression it's just, like, he doesn't... It's, like, it comes off as, like, he knows better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And she's like, well, this is, like, my bodily autonomy, and I'm saying that, like, I am ready to take this next step, and, like, you clearly want to do this, and I want to do this, and him being like, no. You had in that 100... But even... Let's say, like, she was, like, 23 and he's still, like, 130 or whatever. Just the fact that he's like, no, I'm deciding for you that you are not ready. I don't appreciate that. That comes off a little, icky, like, a lot icky to me.
It is, yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's just, like, I can see where the weird sexism, like, I'm the man of the house, I know better, like, comes into play there. Yeah. You know what I mean?
And, like, even, like, at the end of the saga, when, like, they are together, they're, like, married and stuff, like...
Okay, yeah, like, so it's, like, let's jump forward to, like, the 4th movie or whatever, and they're on their honeymoon, and they finally have intercourse, and she's like, cool, I want to do this again, and he's like, no, I've decided that I don't want to keep doing this, because I was a little rough, and you have a little bruise, and clearly...
It's like the smallest little bruise in her arm, too.
And it's just like, well, she clearly, like, she is saying to him, like, she had a nice time and enjoyed herself and would like to continue this. And he's like, no, I'm still going to choose for you. Even though he's still, like, horned up and wants to, like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's, like, a very much this keeps happening. And it's like, what the fuck?
The power dynamic is often in his hands.
Yeah, it's very much like this relationship isn't a partnership. It is a, like, I'm at the top and I'm gonna make the final say and call to your bodily autonomy. Not like she's pressuring him to have sex and he doesn't want to have sex, because that's different. It very much is like, no, they both want it, but he's deciding for her that she can't handle it.
She's not ready for it.
She's not ready for it now. And it's just like, this isn't romantic, or like this isn't like, ooh, like sexy tension. This is just like very frustrating and icky. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If we also just completely ignore the nastiness of Jesus fucking Christ, you're like 135 and she's like 17.
He probably has some venereal diseases that like went extinct like back in the 1930s.
Yeah, but it's just like, what the like?
Yeah.
Sorry
like,
for that rant.
Oh, no worries.
Like,
No, I wanted.
Like that's always kind of irked me about.
Yeah, like also with the power play dynamics too, like because. Twilight had a ton of fan fiction, of course, and you get 50 Shades of Grey.
Sorry, just to jump in, I don't know how like you want to do this, but just that reminded me of like, so like eventually she would like to be turned into a vampire, and again he's like, no, you're not ready for it. Yeah. And he's again ignoring her like bodily autonomy and her decisions of like, I want this for myself, and he's like, you're not ready, and it's like, girl, just move on. Team Jacob for the win, because he wouldn't treat you like
there's
this.
someone else in the wings. Like he's like a weird in his own way too, but like. There's also, like, what? Like, I'm sorry.
At what point are you going to start listening to her and what she wants for her own fucking body and her own choices? That's like her being like, hey, babes, I turned 25. I want to go get myself, like, my belly button piercing. Whoop, whoop. And he's like, no, you're not ready, babes. Like, we can't, no, like, you can't get that pierced.
These are just everyone she's met within, like, her 2 days moving to a new town. Yeah. Like, if she, like, I don't know, like, spends another week there, she can like maybe meet a nice normal human guy at a coffee shop or something, or like someone who actually has similar interest to her. But no, she has like all her friends she meets within the first week she's there, and no one else. And I'm just like, oh, I have to settle for one of these two here. Like, no, girl, have more faith in yourself.
Sis, there's cuter guys. There's plenty of fish in the sea. You don't have to settle for the one cute guy in this. Like,
and there's
tiny
also,
town.
like, even if you really want some vampire dick that badly, there's other vampires in the world too. Like,
there's Emmett, for fuck's sake. Like, just go with Emmett.
Oh, that'd be
go with
awesome.
Jasper. Go with like any of them.
Cuck one of them. Like, yeah, that'd be hilarious. Completely destroy the Cullen family dynamic. Yeah, so let's get to the movie itself. It opens up with like Bella saying a quote like,
"Oh, but Brian, have you ever given much thought to how you would die?"
No, I haven't.
But does dying while recording a Twilight podcast with someone you love seem like a good way to go? Does it? Does it seem like a good way to go? By the way, I'm taking us both out.
So, like, it's the most emo thing ever, the way she talks. And, like, it's a lush Pacific Northwest forest. There's a doe drinking some water. It's being chased by some humanoid figure. It grabs the deer and cuts away. And we cut to Phoenix when we meet our hero herself, Bella Swan.
She's holding a pot with a little cactus in it, and she's holding a little, what is it called? Treble? Trough. And I watched that for like the millionth time, and I just thought to myself, they're literally going to a place where it like is constantly raining. That cactus is going to die. It's not going to get enough sunlight.
Yeah.
I just clued into that.
She's not responsible.
No.
It's supposed to be a reminder of her time living in Phoenix in the desert.
It will wilt and die.
And, like, she's going to miss her mom a lot, too. And so, like, yeah, so Bella's played by Kristen Stewart. We talked about a little bit already. And her mom, her mom's getting married to a new guy. And he's a minor league baseball player. And he looks exactly like you expect a minor league baseball player to look like. And, like, we hear about him a little bit, but like, he has no personality. Bella never inquires with him, like, ever
again. Does
he
have any speaking roles in the whole series?
He's like, I love you both, but we gotta get in the car right now. In the scene, that's it.
Oh, there you go.
And so the mom's played by Sarah Clark. She's best known as Nina Myers in 24.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so Bella moves to Forks, Washington, which is where her dad lives. So we transition to seeing Forks, Washington, the Pacific Northwest, all the trees there. We get the title card, Twilight. Bella's in a cop car with her dad, because her dad is a cop. It's not like she's, like, arrested or anything. And, yeah, so her dad, Charlie Swan, is played by Billy Burke, and he's the best character of the franchise by far. He's completely
goated.
He's completely ignorant of all the supernatural shit happening around him. He's a horrible, horrible cop that solves no crimes whatsoever. He spends all his day drinking a Rainier beer. And, like, every scene, he's just drinking a beer inside. He's cleaning a shotgun, drinking a beer. He's, like, watching the Seattle Mariners play, drinking a beer. And he, like, loves his daughter, clearly. But he's just, like, unaware of how to, like, actually be a good father.
He's just delightfully awkward.
Yeah.
Because it's very much that divorced dad energy of, like, okay, like, you left when you were, like, 5.
Yeah.
and you're coming back now as a teenager, and it's like, you're kind of like a stranger to me. We probably talk on the phone on holidays and birthdays, but you clearly don't visit too much, and I'm like uncomfortable, and I don't want to do the wrong thing, because it's like, I'm some old guy, and it's like, okay, like, teenage girls, like, they can get a little prickly, you can't be stepping on no toes here, and he's just, bless his heart, he's just trying his best.
Yeah, he's like a nice guy, like, it's not like he's like a dickbag father who's like really mean to like he doesn't really trust Edward too much, because he doesn't really trust anyone around his daughter, really, but like, he treats her, she has a lot of agency, like, she's not like, you know, punished a lot for doing things by her dad. Like, it's actually a pretty nice father-daughter relationship.
He seems like a very sweet character.
Yeah. So, like, she moves back into her dad's house there, and this house is available on Airbnb.
Yes, it is, and if you weren't a coward, you would Airbnb it with me.
No, I looked it up. So, like, either they don't have any bookings available, or they're going to be booked through to at least 2028. There's no bookings available.
We gotta do 2030. That's when we gotta do it for my 40th birthday. Let's just YOLO. We need the emo seasons change montage from movie 2 and the big window. Like, we need it.
And like, it is the house where they film with the movies. The interiors of the, like, it's not a set. Like, it is the actual house. And the listing's really fun because it says shit like, oh, you can eat where the Cullens, you can eat where the swans eat. You can, like, you know, do this and that.
Do they ever eat in the home?
There's a couple parts where I don't think I'm sure Bella eats. I think it's just Bella's dad drinking beers.
Drinking beers.
Yeah. Which is, like, you know, a pretty good diet.
I just want to go... Is it in the same city where the whole movie was filmed?
Yeah, it's all filmed in Portland, surrounding area. So I think the diner will be there, too.
We got to do a Charlie Swan tour, where we just drink a beer in every scene that he's drank a beer in. So we go to the diner and have his little burger and drink a beer off the table on the kitchen.
So he's drinking Renier beer the entire time. And so I looked it up. Like, I want to get some Renier beer for this recording, but could not get it in Ontario.
Coward.
So, like, I don't think it's available in Canada, or I think it's available in BC, but not here. So, which is kind of bullshit. Yeah. So, we'd love to have done that. So, apparently, Billy Burke himself was from the Pacific Northwest.
Oh, cute.
So, he was suggesting to kind of Harvick's, like, hey, can I wear a mustache for this role? Like, yeah, sure, look great with it. And, like, what about some vitamin R? He's like, what's vitamin R? Like, oh, Renier beer. So, that is the nickname for it, which they actually call it in the movie, which I didn't realize before.
No way.
So, like, vitamin R is what, like, him and Billy Black Jacob's dad are drinking. Like, hey, got some vitamin R watching the Mariners game.
With that fish fry, that famous fish fry.
With the big, like, brown bag that's, like, soggy.
3 soggy paper bags and his famous fish fry.
So, yeah, this is the point where she's getting herself out in the room, and she looks outside, and there's Bella's dad's meeting a couple guys with the truck there, and it's Billy Black, played by Gil Birmingham, and Jacob Black, played by Taylor Lautner. So they're both Indigenous members of the Quileute people, and so Billy's in his wheelchair, and him and Charlie just in the background, like, palling
just
around.
Wrestling.
They're wrestling.
Just
They're like 12-year-old boys. It's
in the street, in the middle of the fucking street.
Yeah.
Also, by the way, like, literally in the street. Yeah, they could get zipped by a car.
It's a nice little character moment, because, like, they're friends throughout the whole series, too, and such.
You can tell they're absolute besties. Mm-hmm. You absolutely know they're besties. Yeah.
And, like, so Jacob and Bella were apparently, they were friends when they were younger, because Bella used to live in Forks. So they're becoming reacquainted now. They don't really know each other, haven't talked to each other, like, forever.
Mm-hmm. In the background of the scene, there are kids playing, like, tossing a soccer ball back and forth. Not kicking, but tossing a soccer ball back and forth we caught on last night. That was like, okay.
So this red truck, the Chevy truck, Billy is selling to Charlie to give to Bella as, like, a homecoming gift. So Bella's taking this truck to school. She knows no one. She stands out because the truck is red and there's nothing else in this town with color at all.
Oh, I never really caught that.
It's like everything's like, you know, black, gray and stuff. So all the cars. She really stands out when she drives into school.
It's a cute little truck. I like that it's like a round, not like a square body truck, but like a bubbly, like, round.
Yeah. And there's a nice little scene where Jacob's trying to teach Bella how to use the clutch and stuff. So, like, she's kind of getting some lessons from Jacobs and, like, little things here and there. Like, some, you know, she's interactions between the two.
Also a very nice thing of the dad to be like, oh, hey, like, you live here now, I bought you a car.
I know, right?
That's very kind of him.
And so the high school they film at, Kristen Stewart was 17 when they were making this movie, so she was still in high school.
Nice.
So they actually, when she had to do her coursework, which she had to do young actors, she was actually doing her coursework within the school itself.
Oh, cute!
So she was actually in school at that school.
Oh, I love it.
And, like, she was, like, secluded in a classroom and stuff between filming scenes, and people would be, like, peeking in, like, going to see the actress on the set there. Because Kristen Stewart was a child actress, so, like, she's been in things before.
Panic Room. Mm-hmm. Yep. Jodie
Foster. So she's been in things before. So she is, like, a bit of an established actor. Pattinson, I'm not sure what he was in before Twilight. He's a bit more
Harry Potter, was it?
Oh, right, Harry Potter. Yeah, Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. He pops up in that movie, yeah. And so we get introduced to we get introduced to the classmates at school who become her friends. Her very disposable friends. Like, she completely forgets about them very fast. Yet they're in every single damn movie.
So, when the character Mike pops up, does he not give you Chandler Bing vibes?
Yeah.
Like, he kind of looks like he could be Chandler Bing's son, and straight up, like, very similar personality.
Yeah, very awkward, like, you know, a little sarcastic and stuff, has no confidence in himself whatsoever. Yeah, so, like, she meets him in gym class, but the first person she runs into is Eric, played by Justin Shawn. He's, like, overly helpful, he's a bit of, like, a, you know, his haircut's like he's in the band AFI or something.
I absolutely adore this character, because I swear to God, we all went to high school with one of these characters, where it's just, like, you're wearing... like a dress shirt, a tie, your hair is just like coiffed just so, like it's just like, bless your heart, you're really into music, like it's just like, yes, love it.
He's part of like the student newspaper or something like that, so he's like very into himself. So you get pretty much the character dynamics pretty fast and just the way he talks. This guy doesn't matter overall at the grand scheme of things whatsoever. Once Bella meets a vampire who's like who she wants to have sex with, like she has no interest in her human friends whatsoever. This actor though. So, Justin Shawn, this actor is in a K-pop parody group called Boys Generally Asian.
Tell me more.
So,
Cut the cameras. I don't care about this podcast. Tell me more about this.
So, Boys Generally Asian, they were around between 2016 and 2018. They have 2 songs. None of them are on Spotify. I was reading the Wikipedia page. So, but
do they have light sticks?
What they would do is, like, they would basically, like, come out with a single there, but do all the typical K-pop promo for that single. There's like videos and things like that.
Yeah.
I didn't look up anything beyond that. I wanted you to.
I love this. Thank you. Oh my God, me and my K-pop. You're gonna fucking lose it about this. I gotta tell him.
Yeah. So so this guy, I'm not sure what else he's really in much, but he sucks. I don't like this guy. The character sucks. Like, he's like, oh, hey, pretty girl, anything you need help with? Like, I can be a tour guy, a lunch date, a shoulder to cry on.
He's everything. He's got it all. He invites her to La Push, maybe? You know what I mean? Like, he's got...
And Bella says to him, like, I'm a suffer in silence type, which basically is, like, means fuck off. Like,
fuck right off.
And, yeah, so in gym class, she meets Mike there. We see Bella, like, who's, like, you know, clumsy in gym class. She's not coordinated with the volleyball and stuff, which, like...
beamed on the head with a volleyball, which we've all been there, man.
Like, her being clumsy is the one character trait she has in the books. Like, oh, Bella's clumsy. That's the only thing she has going for her. So, like, it's a really flat character where there's nothing going on. And apparently Kristen Stewart, she's really good at volleyball in real life.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so
nice.
She played volleyball in high school herself, so, like, she had to, like, you know, really fake being bad at volleyball. And she meets Mike by accidentally launching a volleyball in the back of Mike's head, which is awesome. This guy fucking sucks, too.
I dislike his character so much more than... What's the other guy's name?
Eric.
Yeah.
Mike rules because he gets completely humiliated in the second movie in the funniest way possible. And it's like what he thinks is a date, and he gets completely cucked on a date by Jacob. It's the funniest thing in the world.
He pukes.
Yeah, he's like, I'm too scared for this movie. Can I go home now? It's so funny. And
fatality.
Also in gym class, we meet the spunky fun character, Jessica, played by Anna Kendrick.
Our favorite girl. Yeah. She makes it.
Yeah, so she was a Tony-nominated child actress at this point, and she's in all these movies, which is insane. She breaks out, like, the next year with, like, Up in the Air and Scott Pilgrim vs. the World.
I would say, like, her acting is, hers and Charlie's are the best acting in the entire franchise.
Yeah, because she understands what she's up to, so, like, she's playing this kind of, like...
jealous of, like, she very, like, clearly has a crush on Mike. Jealous that the Bella's this shiny new toy and everyone's kind of, like, focusing on her. Yeah. But since, like, everyone wants to be her friend, she's like, well, I guess I can't be mean to her. I guess I gotta tag along and, like, oh, yeah. Huh.
And she's very gossipy. Like, oh, here are all the Cullens are up to. Here's this dynamic. I know all the dynamics of the school right here. You gotta listen to me. Like, I should be the center of attention.
We've all known a girl like that. Absolutely.
Yeah. Like, she has a very self-centered wedding speech in the fourth movie, which is really funny. And, like, good for Anna Kendrick for keep coming back, because I guarantee you, after a second week, she could probably be like, I'm out. Like,
yeah.
But I think she said at some point, like, yeah, they're easy to film and stuff. They're kind of fun. I had to show up for a couple days, and, like, you know, it was great. Like, we meet the final disposable friend, which is Angela. She's, like, a combination of 2 other characters in the book, so she's kind of something that's made up for this movie.
Oh, really?
Because, like, these friends don't matter, so why do you need all of them? And she lacks confidence, kind of awkward. Played by Kristen Serratos, who's apparently in The Walking Dead, but, like, everyone's in The Walking Dead. That show's been on for, like, a million years. So they're eating lunch in the cafeteria, and
Bella gets sexually assaulted by a man, by a fellow classmate.
Oh, is this part?
This is the part where it's like, oh, like, Bella, sit next to me, or, like, something like that, and then, like, this one, the guy that ends up almost hitting her with his car, just rolls up out of nowhere and just, like, kisses her on, like, the cheek, just, like...
Oh, that's so weird, yeah,
which is, like, people don't like that. Like, don't just, like, kiss a stranger like that, like...
Yeah. oh, that guy's icky. I don't like him.
Consent is a thing. Like, please don't just be like getting your smoochers out for just strangers like that.
So, like, this is the part where Jess is being really gossipy in the lunchroom, the cafeteria, and a bunch of pale-faced weirdos start walking around outside
with their gray sweats and their Ziploc bag full of deviled eggs or hard-boiled eggs.
So I'll get into that in a second. So, like, they're all walking in, like, and Jessica's explaining who they all are. Like, they're Dr. and Mrs. Cullen's foster kids.
Okay, so here's my hot take on... tell me a little bit more, and then I'll tell you my hot take on this.
Yeah. So, we get introduced, like, one at a time. So, like, first we see Emmett Cullen, played by Kellen Lutz, with a clear bag of soft-boiled eggs.
Well, they have to be hard-boiled, right?
Yeah, I guess a clear bag of hard-boiled eggs. It makes zero sense for the character because he's a vampire, right? He doesn't eat fucking eggs.
He literally can't eat.
So the reason why it's in the movies, Catherine Hardwicke said that. So Kellen Lutz, he's clearly in shape, so he has his own strict diet. So he walked on the set with a dozen eggs in a Ziploc bag himself.
Those were just his earnest hard-boiled eggs.
Yeah, and like she thought it was really fucking funny. This guy's walking on set with a Ziploc bag of eggs. Like, we got to have you in this movie walking around with eggs because it's outrageous. It makes no sense.
You my protein, babs.
Yeah.
Babs.
And so Emmett's mate or partner is Rosalie, played by Nikki Reed, who's she co-wrote and starred in Catherine Hardwicke's previous movie 13.
Fantastic film.
Yeah, she's not in this movie that much. She only has a couple of parts in this. So, like, Emmett and Rosalie, they're a couple, and Anna Kendrick's like, I'm not even sure that's legal because they're foster siblings.
And here's my hot take. This is where it all started. Everyone loving this whole, like, step-sibling situation. This was the seed that was planted way back in 2008 in this film.
This is what started, like all these porn storylines was Twilight.
Because of this scene in Twilight, we have in, 9/11, however many years later, that guy from Texas liking that tweet.
Oh, Ted Cruz liking the porn on 9/11?
Liking the porn. Liking the step-siblings porn. Yeah. And we have this scene to thank for that.
To be fair, it wasn't step-sibling, it was step-mom and step-son.
Just the step family.
The whole thing that basically changed porn forever. It's like, oh, it's taboo, it's risky. But, like, these Cullens,
it's
like...
not even taboo, you're not related. Like,
yes, it is taboo. Like, you're like, the dynamic's still there. Like,
oh, that's fair, right,
these people are like Emmett and Rosalie, they're foster siblings. They've been like, the guys are foster siblings. This is like what they're pretending to be.
Yeah.
They're not. They're like immortal vampires. They've been together for decades. Like they're in like loving relationships, been around for so long, but they're pretending to be foster siblings. So they'd be like, it's so fucked up.
It's so fucking weird.
But so Anna Kendrick's like, yeah, I'm not sure this is legal, but Angela's like, it's fine. They're not actually related. Kendrick's just like, yeah, but they live together. It's weird. Which it is. It's incredibly strange. All the dynamics are strange. Doesn't mean all relationships are strange. And so, like,
the weirdest fucking family, man.
Yeah, and so then we see the tell them about Alice, played by Ashley Greene. She's kind of like a pixie cut thing.
You can tell she's the quirky one because her hair like whips out.
Apparently, they wanted to make this character Japanese for the adaptation, so you don't have some like different ethnicities in the movie. But Stephanie Meyer said no, she has to be white.
Huh? That's the Mormon in you.
Yep. And so she's being twirled around by her brother lover, Jasper.
Your favorite character.
Jasper, I fucking hate. He's played by Jackson Rathbone. He always looks like he just let out a fart.
Sokka from the Twilight or the Avatar movie.
Yeah, he was Sokka in The Last Airbender, the M. Night Shyamalan movie. He's awful in that movie. He looks like he's never been on a movie set before in his life. And Anna Kendrick says, like, Jasper always looks like he is in pain, which he does look like he's in pain. He looks like
which, in fairness, though, kind of does make sense. He's actually a very good actor because he is kind of in pain because he was the newly transformed.
Yeah. He's the newest vegetarian, so they call themselves vegetarians because they don't eat humans.
Yeah.
So, like, he wants to eat everyone in this classroom right now.
To gobble them all up.
Yeah, and, like,
but he's trying to control... He's fighting these nicotine cravings. So, yeah, I mean, it makes sense. He's actually a very...
Yeah, but he looks ghoulish. Like, if I saw him walking around my high school, I'd call the police. Like, and, spoiler, in the third movie, they reveal he fought for the Confederacy. He fought for slavery. Like, this is not even me exaggerating. Like, this is Larry's flashback in the third movie is that he got turned by, like, a couple, like, a trio of vampire women during the Civil War. Like, insane thing to do. And also, that's the whole part in the third movie is insane because he gets
his accent back.
He's a southern accent. Like, oh, I'm Jackson Rathbone.
Well,
man.
actually,
Man,
I say.
I'll say some KFC bourbon. And Anna Kendrick says with always be like, oh, Dr. Cullen is a foster dad matchmaker.
Yeah.
Which is insane. Like, what are you talking about? You should be, like, shaming to not, like, oh, they're so dreamy. It's the most fucked up dynamic in the world. Like, what the fuck is wrong with this movie? Like, the thing is, okay, I try to get this movie some grace. Like, oh, like, you know, maybe Twilight is, like, you know, there's something in there for young girls and stuff like that. Maybe it's feminist in some ways we look at it. Maybe it's very sincere and stuff. And I get shit like this, like, why the fuck am I defending this movie? And,
shit.
And, like, oh, then Angela says something insane. She's like, oh, maybe Dr. Cullen will adopt me. Like, what the fuck is you're into step porn stuff too? Because you actually want to, like, you know, be, like, adopted and have a foster brother you can fuck? Like, this is insane. No one in this movie is normal at all. But we finally get introduced to the final Cullen. And here he comes, Mickey 17 himself. It's Robert Pattinson as Edward Cullen. And the crowd goes nuts. The girls find him handsome. They're all horned up for this guy. And so, like, all the Cullens are now sitting down at the table. They're Emmett's with his eggs. And Bella cannot stop looking over at Edward. And Edward keeps looking at her like he swallowed a bug. Like, he's like...
He swallowed a damn bee.
Yeah. And so, in science class, Bella walks in and a fan blows, and downwind of her is Edward. Edward responds like he just jizzed in his pants.
Sidebar: the science teacher is clearly Tony Shalhoub.
He looks just like Tony Shalhoub.
Absolutely, Tony Shalhoub.
I didn't write down what the actor's name was, but he looks like Tony Shalhoub. He feels exactly like a science teacher.
Yeah, he's a very charming, like, bless his little heart. He just wants kids to learn about science.
And so Edward's, like, covering his nose and mouth when he's around Bella. He looks clearly uncomfortable around her. He leaves the class and goes to the guidance counselor to, like, switch classes. Could you imagine being 104 years old and going to a guidance counselor? That's so shameful.
Could you imagine being 104 years old and having to raise your hand and be like, excuse me, Mr. Teacher, I have to go wee-wee. like, why are you doing this to yourself?
Yeah.
Just go to university. Oh my God. Like, you have visible crow's feet. Like, you're not passing.
No.
Let's just go to university.
Yeah, exactly. Like, maybe the plan is because, like, the reason why they go back to high school is because, like, they don't age. They want to stick together in one spot together as a family as long as they can. And if they start in high school, they can get, like, maybe 7 years in, pretend like they're the same age before people notice that they've, you know, they don't age at all. But, like, I don't know. I would just, like, move up and down the coast rather than fucking go to a high school.
Like,
I do not want to go through grade 11 physics again.
That's what's up. It's like I cannot think of a greater hell.
Yeah.
To have to experience that over and over and over again.
I don't want to be interacting with teenagers at all in my life.
And honestly, at this point, like, you're risking like a school shooting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, you're putting your life at risk.
That's gotta be a fan fiction, right? Like a really dark fan fiction of, like,
sure.
Of, like, the Cullens stopping a school shooting or something. Like, Christ, it's like, yeah, it's such a fucked up dynamic. And so, like, Bella's, like, really intrigued by Edward, like, the fact he wants to change classes. The next day she sees, like, all the Cullens arrive in the parking lot. Emmett's just standing on top of a Jeep.
Like the fucking golden retriever he is, God's sweetest man, just like a little dog with his head out the fucking window. Yeah. It is the most endearing and just, I bet you,
it was Kellen Lutz's idea to do that.
Was it? Because
yeah.
I was going to say, like, I bet you Kellen, that's just how Kellen Lutz, like, does Jeeps. You know what I mean? Like, that's just how he...
And so all the Cullens are there except for Edward. So she's like, where is this guy? And so, like, Edward keeps skipping class, and, like, he's not there for a few days. And we cut to, there's a guy in a hard hat. He's in, like, a factory or something like that. He's being chased around. Oh, right. And, like, there's something sinister afoot. And the same kind of, like, humanoid figure that we saw eat this dough or something. Or something similar like that. So there's some menace in the area. And we cut back to this a few times, but then we get back to this boring stuff back to the high school. So Edward finally shows up in class. He's normal now, not bugging out. He's just like, hi, I'm Edward Cullen.
Yeah, he's a chatty Cathy now.
Yeah. And, like, they're learning about mitosis or something in class, and, like, Edward knows the answers very quickly. Obviously, because he's taken this class 30 times already.
Yeah.
And
of course, is like, when she's like, oh, it's prophase, metaphase, or whatever, he's like, mind if I check?
Yeah.
Because it's just, like, his vibe is fucking awful.
Yeah.
Like, it's very much like he knows better than her, regardless of the situation.
Yeah.
I can't defend this shit. I'm not Team Edward. I'm sorry. He needs a better attitude.
I think it's going to be the biggest difference here is because I am overall Team Edward compared to Team Jacob, despite the pedophilia thing. Because I think that Jacob is very aggro with her, and it's very, very obnoxious. And it's like, basically all Jacob does is like grab Bella's arm, like, you can't be with him, you gotta be with me instead. I think that's his entire dynamic, it's very frustrating. Also, spoiler alert for the the fourth movie, is that he falls in love with the baby.
He falls in love with that baby.
He falls in love with that baby, and it's fucked up and weird. And so, in class with Edward, Robert Pattinson's eyes are like orange now. They're kind of more golden looking. They use CGI to make those look there.
Golden, like honey.
Yeah. So she's suspicious. So apparently the color change is due to his hunger for blood.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I listened to the audio commentary for this movie.
Ooh,
with Catherine Hardwicke, Pattinson, and Kristen Stewart. So it got a lot of details. I kind of missed the smaller things. You know, they actually were pretty detailed folks, which is pretty interesting. Yeah, in the parking lot, that one creep that kissed her on the cheek there, he's driving out of control in a van, and he almost hits Bella. Edward jumps in between her and the van, sticks his arm out and stops the van, leaving a big dent in it. And Bella's at the hospital. Charlie's yelling at this kid that almost killed her, which rules. And she's being treated by Carlisle Cullen, played by Peter Fasinelli. He was like Mike Dexter in Can't Hardly Wait. So he's the doctor in town. He's like the palest of them all.
He looks like he's wearing like 8 inches of makeup, like powdery, like you are like Marie Antoinette's bestie, and you are just all white. You know what I mean? Because you're just like in all of this white makeup kind of thing.
Yeah, so like Bella's fine, like despite this accident, and she goes back to the parking lot. She activates her Witcher vision to piece what happens.
Again, in this scene, another critique of Edward. Again, he's just like trying to gaslight her. Okay, 2 critiques. Okay, 2 things I wanted to mention. So it's like, she talks to the doctor vampire, and then like goes out in the hallway and sees Edward, and she's like, yo, how did you get to me? Like, you were across the parking lot, you got to me so fast, what's up? And he's just trying to gaslight her, being like, no, like, that never happened, like, no one's gonna believe you, and it's just like, the whole attitude is not great. And also, I just kind of want to mention, like, the little tiny scene before that happens is she overhears Edward and Rosalie talking, and him being like, well, what did you expect me to do? Like, I wasn't just going to let her die. Because Rosalie's upset with him that he kind of showed his powers and kind of revealed to her that he's not your typical human. Yeah. And she's like, well, this affects all of us now. So, Rosalie is okay with Edward letting Bella get smushed, but she's not okay later on, spoilers, with Bella getting an abortion.
Yeah. Oh, right. Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh,
very interesting. Very
this
interesting
movie
take
has
there, Rosalie.
very interesting politics.
Yes.
And so Bella's like, using detective vision to like figure out what happened, like piecing together like the accident where Edward was standing and stuff. So she's just extremely suspicious of Edward stuff. And so she gets asked the prom by Mike, and Bella's too busy to even pay attention to him. So, like, he's talking, and, like, the focus is entirely on Edward.
Edward's, like, mad dogging her like crazy. He's trying to, like, eavesdrop in and, like, hear what's going on.
And he's like, oh, I can't go to prom because, like, I'm going to Jacksonville to see my mom again. And he's like, can't you go another weekend? Like, take a hint, too.
It's just like, please, I'm just trying to politely say, no, I don't want to go with you.
There's another scene in the cafeteria, and Emmett's eating a Rice Krispie Square, which doesn't make any sense at all. Again, it's like, kind of her, like, oh, it's kind of funny and quirky that he was doing that. And I was like, well, it doesn't eat food. Like, there's a whole big part of this movie. And they set up that they're going to go on a big surf trip. So they
go to La Push, baby.
La Push, yeah.
La Push.
And in as she's leaving the cafeteria, Bella drops an apple, and Edward's able to catch it with super speed and stuff like that.
Yes, his agility.
He makes the cover of the book, which is the apple.
Yeah, holding the apple.
Which means temptation.
Is that what that's... Oh, my God.
Yeah, it's a metaphor.
Holy shit.
Yeah, the Bible.
Yo!
Yeah. And
layers on layers.
Yeah, so at the beach, everyone's surfing because La Push is in the Quileute tribal territory, and Jacob and his buddy show up, and he says something about how like the Cullens aren't allowed here. So Jacob and Bella are alone. They're walking along, and Jacob's telling her some like old spooky story about how the legend of how the Quileutes are descended from wolves, and the Cullens are descended from an enemy clan. And we get a sepia-tone flashback of, like, the Cullen boys, like, they look like they're in Red Dead Redemption 2, and, like, they're killing a deer.
They have, like, little, like paperboy caps on, and, like, yeah, it's very funny.
And, so, it is the actors, like, Robert Pattinson and stuff, in these old-timey outfits, which is so funny. And because, like, the chief caught them hunting their land, they realized, like, hey, these guys are something different. So they made a pact they wouldn't expose the Cullens to the Palefaces. And Bella's like, I thought they just moved here. And Jacob's like, our baby is back. Yeah.
Drama.
Whoa. And we get more of the quippy action stuff again. We see mysterious figure attack. There's a guy drinking whiskey on a boat.
It was the Santa Claus, the friend. He played Santa, the butt crack Santa, as they called him.
Yeah, so like this is a guy who's known around town even by Bella. So a guy jumps on his boat. It's a shirtless guy played by Cam Gigantit.
Who the real ones will know. Bolchuk from the OC. Boy, Bolchuk's back, baby!
Yeah, he's back and killing again.
Yo, I lost my damn mind. Because I didn't obviously know. Yeah. And as soon as he comes up on the screen, I did the whole Leo, like, oh my god, it's him, it's Bolchuk!
Yeah. And so he's part of a trio. So there's also a redheaded woman named Victoria, played by Rachel Levevre, but she's recast.
Who she used to be in Big Wolf on Campus, the TV show.
Oh, okay.
That was a pretty good TV show.
She gets recast by Bryce Dallas Howard for the later movies.
Yes. I preferred this girl.
Same here, yeah.
Yeah.
And the third guy is James, played by Edie Kategi, who's Mr. Terrific in Superman this year. And he says something and be like, oh, like, don't play with your food.
I was saying to my husband, watching this last night, I was like, has this guy, like, been in anything else? Like, he seems so familiar. And then just it kind of clocked to me that, no, I've just watched this movie a million times. That's why he feels so familiar. He's like an old friend. Like,
yeah. So, like, you know, Bella's like kind of spooked by this legend she heard, so she goes to 2008 Google and starts Googling, bookstore. She finds a bookstore. She's going to look up Queelet legends, figure out what's going on there. And Bella and her friends are getting their dresses ready for prom and everything, which is such a useless kind of bit of storytelling for the movie. You don't really need it. You can cut it out. But I'm sure it's a big scene in the book. And so Bella goes to the bookstore and gets this book about the Queelet legends, and she gets accosted by a group of 4 guys who want to party with her. They have a 6-pack of beer.
They seem like they're in college.
Yeah, they seem like they're in college, yeah.
Like they're quite old.
Yeah. They're like, 6-pack.
They like, so it's really creepy because it's like while the 2 characters are dress shopping, the guys like knock on the window and like,
yeah,
it's great, and so, like it's really, really creepy and uncomfortable to be like making these like little teen girls like doing that to them. That's so fucked up.
Yeah, and so like they're like, it's nighttime. They're really like, pushing around and stuff. And out of the darkness, a Volvo skids in. It's Edward. He opens up the door, scares the fuck out of the harassers. They all drop their beers. They run away. Edward is like, I should rip their heads off. You don't know the vile, repulsive things they were thinking. So they go
like, what? Like, what would you know?
Yeah, they go to dinner together. Bella gets a mushroom ravioli. Edward gets nothing. And he just watches her eat. She demands answers. He won't give her any.
It's the story of their whole fucking relationship.
Yeah, and she's like, how the fuck do you know where I was? And she's like, I can read minds of everyone in this room, but can't read yours.
Can't read your mind.
So that makes her unique and special. And he says something like, I don't have the strength to stay away from you anymore. Then don't. So, like, they're getting close together now. And Charlie and Carlisle, they realize that the guy on the boat died. They think it's an animal attack. Carlisle knows better. So Edward touches Bella around this point, realizes he's super cold at the touch. So she's does more research online. She does some intense Googling. She learns about all kinds of immortal beings that drink blood and are cold.
That's vampire!
Vampire! Yeah, it's vampire shit. And at school, Bella is with Edward, and she walks in the woods. Edward follows. It's amongst all these foggy trees. She confronts him. She brings up all the weird things about him.
She's like, wait. She's like, how old are you?
17.
But how long have you been 17?
A long time.
Whoa! Blah, 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 blah.
And like...
Which is, okay, sorry, but, like, it's so fucking crazy to me because there are so many different... Like, I've heard, like there are so many stories of, like, yes, you could just be born a vampire and you happen to be 17 and you can live, for, like, 1,000 years. Why couldn't he have just been born a vampire and they are both actually the same age? Why does he have to be 134
It doesn't matter at all. Like,
just make him actually 17.
Maybe it's like, oh, like, I was waiting my entire life for you. Well, like, I don't know. She was like, number, like, I'm sure he's dated other people before. Like,
yeah.
Not been a forever, like, a lone guy.
And it's just like, I'm sorry, but, like, as soon as you're like, how long have you been 17? And he's like, a while. It's like, but why the fuck? Like, I don't even want to have a conversation with a 17-year-old.
No.
How could he possibly?
No.
Like, why does he care? Why does he want to date this person?
Why would he want to, like, you go to high school? Like, you're just like, oh, like, 2008, like, oh, cool. Like, what's everyone listening to now? Like, MGMT or something? Like, is he keeping up with what everyone's up to? Like, yeah. Like, and so, like, she says, like, I know you are. Say it. Say it out loud. Vampire. Are you afraid? No. Then ask me this basic question, what do we eat? So she's like, he grabs her and tosses her on her back and runs up the hill in super speed. It's so Benny Hill, like, it's so funny. And
He steps in the sunlight, opens up his shirt, and in the sunlight he sparkles like diamonds.
He's like, I'm disgusting to look at. This is the skin of this is the tit soak.
Yeah.
This is the tit soak part of the movie, which stands for this is the skin of a killer. Which is very, like, if you see tit soak, you know that you're, like...
Is that, like, a fandom thing?
Yes, it's a fandom thing.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
And so... He's all upset and whiny. He's like, oh, I'm the world's most dangerous predator.
Which is also, he's like, I need to show you how gross I am. Here I am in the sunlight. I literally sparkle like freaking diamonds. I constantly get attacked by magpies. But it's like, why, at what point why did you need to unbutton your shirt and show us your nips? Like, we don't need to see it. Your face is exposed. Your hands are exposed. That extra, like...
Yeah. May as well just, like, undo his pants and show his cock, too. Like,
like, very much like in the second movie where it's like, what? It's just such needless shit of, like, why are you taking your shirt off? It's not necessary for this scene.
Yeah.
Which is, you know what, bless their hearts, it's nice, like, fan service for young women, because you hardly ever really see that in movies, especially then.
Yeah.
It's never fan service for women,
Yeah.
so it's like, okay, fine, that's good for you for that, but at the same time, it's so fucking needless.
Yeah. And so, like, he's just, like, hopping around, like, Super Mario, saying how powerful and strong he is. He's designed to kill, and she's powerless against him, so he'll always overpower her. And he's like, I've killed people before, and she doesn't really care. And, like, apparently this is actually the audition scene they used for the movie.
Ooh.
Because it cast Kristen Stewart first, and all the other actors they tried with her, they would use this scene to audition the two. Edward says he's never wanted human blood as much as he's ever wanted to have hers. Like, she trusts him, though, and she goes, like, tells about how the colonists, like, got them to contain their thirst for human blood. They only eat animals. He says, like, you're my own personal brand of heroin. It's like, so she's so special. Mm-hmm. And he goes on, like he's not sure.
He's like, babes, you smell just like it's delicious. It's like if it's like you're dating someone and they smell like the tastiest rotisserie chicken ever, and they just go around and smell like a rotisserie chicken, and you're just constantly like drooling like one of the aliens in The Simpsons, just like, oh my god.
He's like, I'm sure I can control myself around you, which is like something he will not shut the fuck up for like 4 full
Which
minutes.
is like, wow, good job, man. Like, 100.
Bravo. Do you want a cookie? I guess you can't eat a cookie.
You've learned fucking self-control by now.
Yeah.
Like, god damn.
Like,
you're not special. We all have to control ourselves.
And they lie down in the middle here, start staring into his eyes. The two have absolutely nothing to talk about. They don't talk about current events. They don't talk about, what's George W. Bush up to right now. Like, they're just, like, they're horny as fuck for one another, but he's like, I don't want to hurt you. Like, I want you to hurt me. It's the exact same dynamic for, like, 4 fucking movies.
Oh, okay, sorry. Just to add to, the creepiness of just this character, before they started dating, and I think before they even, really started getting along, there was a scene in the movie where she just, it's like her bedroom at night and she's asleep and you see him staring at her and she wakes up and then he's gone. And literally it's like this 130-year-old man has broken into this underage girl's bedroom and just watched her sleep. And then later on in the film, she's like, he rolls up in her bedroom. She's like, have you, been here before? And he's like, yeah, I've come here before. And she's like, why? And he goes, I find it interesting that you sleep. And it's like, well, first off, you were a human beforehand.
Yeah, and you've watched people sleep for 300 years at this point.
You know people sleep, so it's not that. But it's also Stephenie Meyer, sis, what are you doing? This isn't sexy or romantic. Yeah. It's just very, very fucking creepy within this universe you created. It is an old man breaking into an underage girl's room to watch her sleep.
And it's supposed to be
so fucked up.
And it's supposed to be romantic and hot. It's so weird.
So not okay.
And so they're a couple now. So he drives to school in the Volvo there. He has sunglasses on. He's
got the Ray-Bans.
And he opens the passenger door for her, which is come on, Mr. Chivalrous, get over yourself. And Edward tells Bella that he was turned into a vampire in 1918 when he was dying of Spanish flu. So this makes Edward born in 1901. Bella is born in 1987. So we're talking an 86-year age gap.
Bella was born in 1987?
At least in the books. This math is all book stuff. I think this movie actually takes place in 2004 as well, maybe. Because, the Spanish flu was a specific year, right?
Yeah.
So, so I did the math. The 86-year age gap, it's like if me and Greta Garbo started dating. Talking silent era stars if I was dating them. Edward was around when Downton Abbey takes place.
Yeah.
He would remember he would have been a kid when the Titanic went down.
Yeah.
He would have some uncles and stuff die in World War One. He was around the same time as the Ottoman Empire.
That's why.
And, I was looking up. He was around before Transylvania and Romania united.
Oh, get out of here!
Yeah, he's been around forever.
Like, who wants to date your great-grandpa, man?
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy.
I don't want to date anyone who doesn't remember 9/11.
And I'm sorry, but like old people, like, okay, an 80-year-old guy has some hot fucking takes.
Yeah.
And they have no fucking like, patience or time for anyone younger than them.
Yeah.
So it just does not even work. Like, he would be like, I don't want to listen to Skrillex, babes. Like, fuck right off. You know
Edward
what I mean?
probably has some racial slurs in his back pocket that we've never even heard of before because he would have been canceled in 1927 about that.
That's why he refuses to interact with Eric.
Yeah, they have no scenes together. Yeah.
Yeah. Racist.
Yeah.
That's why he hates Jacob.
It's just racism. It's not because of anything else. It's just like...
He's just a racist fucking pedophile running wild in this fucking movie. God damn it.
And so, like, we see the scene of, like, Edward getting turned by Carlisle. So Carlisle turned Edward first in the whole Cullen clan. So, like, it went Carlisle, then Edward. So they're buddies and stuff. So, like, this dynamic's weird because Edward is supposed to be this foster son, right?
Yeah.
But he was the second one in there. So we had been part of his whole idea, like, hey, let's get this whole foster sibling fucking community together. So it's probably his idea, too.
And not for nothing, but it's like, why do you guys have to hang out?
Yeah, just like...
Like, okay, maybe the first 7 years. Maybe the first 7 years, you're like, okay, like, let's, you know... And then you don't want to venture out?
Yeah, it's like, you know, you're a mortal vampire. You don't be like, you know, I'm going to go find some Turkish vampire to fuck or something. Like.
And very much the dynamic is very much like... I have to listen to, like, he is the father figure, and I have to listen to him. And it's like, I'm like an 80-year-old man. Like, fuck you, no. Yeah. I'm not doing that.
But also, like, it's weird, because, like, I think, like, maybe they found, like, Jasper or something afterwards, because Jasper was turned in the Civil War.
Yeah, by a separate...
Yeah, so, like, he wasn't turned by Carlisle, but I guess they just found him, and it's like, hey, you're part of our family now. You're now my son.
What is happening?
So Edward tells Bella this guy on the boat was killed by other vampires that aren't like them. They're more violent, and, you know, they eat people. And Edward invites Bella over to the Cullens for hangout. And the Cullens house is very fancy. They use a Nike executive's home that was just built.
Wow, fancy.
The Cullens are trying to, like, you know, learn how to cook because they want to help Bella.
So, sorry about this scene. Sorry to interrupt. So when they get to the house, she's like, wow, this house is, like, incredible. And he literally says to her, quote, this is the one place we don't have to hide. So we can all be ourselves. Yeah. This is our safe space. However... Your house is predominantly windows. And I feel like you probably should be hiding if you're zipping around, sucking blood, doing whatever you're doing.
Not sleeping in any beds. There's
People
no beds.
People can see in there, and they will see that you're not doing normal human things. Like, should not be that comfortable.
Like, shit, the siblings are fucking.
No, but it's just like, we don't have to hide, like, our vampire vibes. And it's like, but you probably do. You're surrounded by windows. Which is
also, if the big fear is like, oh shit, like, why are those people sparkling?
Yeah.
Shouldn't you be, like, hiding something?
Somewhere where the sun can't get through?
Yeah, like a basement. Like, live in a basement. Like,
is this a family full of strippers or just covered in glitter at all times?
Yes. That makes no sense at all. So, the Cullens are trying to be nice. They're learning how to cook through, like, cooking shows.
They're making Italiano.
Yeah, because they think she's Italian, so her name's Bella, which is pretty funny. So we meet Esme, who's Edward's mother for all intents and purposes. No, you had a mother, Edward.
Yeah, like, what the fuck?
And, like, you met her when you're over 18 years old, you fucking freak. Like, it's not your mom. And
it's his mom.
You know, and Bella says she ate before she got there because she knew that, like, the Cullens, like, don't eat food.
Yeah.
So they're all being considered, but Rosalie, like, crushes a bowl of sugar in anger, which is really funny.
And her gloves.
Yeah. And Bella and Rosalie says, like, oh, Bella being here is dangerous for all of us, which is correct.
Yeah.
Like, she can tell, like, everyone that the vampires exist. And then through the window, Alice and Jasper come in. It's disgusting. So Bella gets to meet Jasper and gets told about vegetarian shit and how he's, like, the newest guy.
This scene is so great because it's like Jasper's trying really, really hard to not just attack Bella which is crazy because it's like, homie, you go to, like, a fucking high school.
Yeah.
So every day is a struggle for you. But he's like, wow, damn, like, she smells really good. And he's, like, trying very hard to, like, not eat her. And what's the Jasper's partner's name?
Alice.
Alice is like, it's okay, you won't eat her. That's a good boy.
Yeah.
And it's the most incredible shot because, like, she says that to him and then it just pans to Edward.
Yeah.
And it's just like, it's not even acting. I swear to God, it's just like Robert Pattinson hearing this line read for the first time because he has the most disgusted, just like, what the fuck? Kind of like facial reaction to her saying, like, it's okay. You're like, it's just so great. I actually really like that scene because he's just like, ew, what the fuck?
So Alice has a power as a vampire, so she can see the future. Was a really shitty future seeing power because the future can change. So
Always changing, babe.
it's just like Amanda Seyfried in Mean Girls when she's just ESPN and can tell the future.
Oh, yeah.
It's just like, no, you if the future's always going to change, you're just making up things.
Yeah.
So when she says like, "Oh, Jasper, you won't eat her," it's because she's like Professor X is looking into the future, like, "Oh, like no, you don't eat her."
Yeah, seriously.
And so they're walking up to Edward's room. He's showing her the house, and there's a whole display of graduation caps from all the times they graduated from high school. I counted. There are 125 graduation caps.
Okay, can you do the math on that, though, him being 83 years old? Like, that doesn't even make sense.
Well, there's 5 of them, right? The 5 of the kids.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
So, like, and I guess if Jasper came in late, like, I'm not sure you can really do the math too easily, but, like, 5 divided by 125 is, like, 25. They've had 25 graduations apiece.
That's crazy, dog.
Which, like, if I graduated high school a second time, I'd kill myself. Like, I would not want to do high school twice.
Absolutely, I would be jumping in front of that bus, man. Raccoon and I would be meeting and greeting, man.
So, like, they say that the younger they stay in a play, the younger they pretend to be, the longer they stay in a place without looking suspicious. So, like, they say they have, what, 8 years per spot where they look young for people to start, like, hey, like, why isn't this person, like aging normally? And so Edward, like, shows off his bedroom as, like, an artsy girl's dream. It's full of books, CDs, and vinyl records. She's like, hey, she instantly knows there's no bed at all because it's asleep. So, like, she's initially thinking of, like, fucking. And so she, like, presses, like, play on the CD player. Claire de Lune starts playing. It was like, whatever, dude. This is, like, listen to better music. And so, like, Edward grabs her and they jump onto a tree. She's like,
the famous line that everyone got tattooed on their bodies.
You better hold on tight, Spider Monkey. Which is actually made up for the movie.
Is it really?
Yeah, so it's not from the book. So he starts hopping from tree to tree. I perch up at the top there, looking over the river gorge, and like pretty good shot of two people at the top of the tree there. So these stunt doubles for the wide shots when it's actually really far out. And so
did they plop 2 people on top of a really tall tree?
They didn't plop them; they climbed up. They got two stunt doubles to climb up there.
So it wasn't even CGI, like just like a little bit of a tree, and then they just like CGI.
That's what they did for when it's the 2 of them. It was clearly Robert Pattinson and Kristen Stewart there.
Yeah.
That is some CGI that in the background and stuff. They just have like a little like small little tree that climbed up. But for the wide shot out there, they use some CGI like their faces, I think. But like it's 2 stunt doubles out there. And they climb.
There is 2 stunt doubles on the tippy top of a giant tree.
And apparently because they had no wires and such, and the helicopter, which has like the camera focused on them, almost blew them off.
Yo, I made that joke last night. Joke last night that it was supposed to. It's clearly CGI because there ain't no way you could just like fly a fucking helicopter over there and not blow them off.
It was incredibly dangerous, which is hilarious. And then we see like Edward playing a song for Bella, which is like
in this weird room, this weird dark room.
Yeah, I think it's a Carter Burwell composition. He composed the movie.
Oh.
Yeah, so then we see some Charlies and the police investigating. There's more stuff with, like, the trio of vampires up to no good. But Charlie does not solve this case. Spoiler alert. No, Charlie solves no cases in these franchises. It's pretty useless. This is the scene where Edward hops into the window and stuff. But Belle's on the phone with her mom. Her mom wants to move her back to Jacksonville. But she wants to stay in Forks. And her mom, like, clocks her. Like, oh, it's because of your boy? Like,
Are you being safe?
Yeah, which is hilarious. And this is when they first start, like, have their first, like, physical moments. So they start kissing. She's, like, straddling him. She's into him. He recoils back and, like, flies back because, like, oh my god, I almost hurt you. And, like, I can never lose control around you. I'm like, I don't know, Bella, move on. Like sure, these your other friends at school, they suck. They're bad people, but, like, they won't try to murder you.
Yeah.
And so it's the next morning, and of course they get to no good because they don't have sex for like 4 more movies. And Bella wants to introduce her dad to.
Oh right, they stay up all night talking.
Oh yeah, stay up.
Which is like, what could an 83-year-old man possibly have to stay up all night talking?
Here's what the stock market was like when it was back then. Here's what the Dust Bowl was like.
What is happening?
Next morning, Bella fetches her dad.
He brings him a beer as he's cleaning his gun.
So Bella, exactly. So Bella brings her dad a beer while he's cleaning his gun, and he already has another beer, like a tall boy of Rainier, on his table there. So he's already been drinking, and she's like, "Hey, I'm gonna have a date with Edward Cullen." He's like, "Is he a little old for you?" Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
And Edward is waiting outside, and like he's ready to officially meet Charlie, and Bella's dad's like readies the shotgun, like snaps it back into place, like, "Oh, bring him in." So he introduces himself, and like, how many times do you think Edward's introduced himself to a high school girlfriend's father?
A million times.
Yeah, like so often.
Every time he goes to high school, he's done that.
Yeah, like he's done it at segregated high schools. He's that old, like, like. And so, now the Cullens can have some fun, and now is the best scene in the movie.
Oh.
Super massive black hole. So
this movie, like, I used to listen to Muse quite a lot as a teen, and it's like, I cannot hear this song without thinking of this baseball scene. Like, it has changed the trajectory of my life with this song.
So, because it comes super fast, and superpowers, like, if they play baseball, like, if they smack, like, you know, get a home run or something like that, it's superhuman. The ball goes a million places. So they do it in the thunderstorm, so, like, they can distract the sound of, like, a ball hitting the bat, like, with the thunder. So it's kind of clever with that, and, like, it's, like, a lot of, you know, it's the actors having fun. It's a lot of them, like, doing vampire shit, like, kind of show off what the powers like. They can jump really high in the air and stuff. Like, Ashley Greene had never pitched baseball before and learned to do it for this movie.
Oh, nice.
Which, like, she looks like a complete pro doing it. And Jasper, or Jackson Rathbone, he knew how to play baseball. So
yeah,
he was, like,
you can tell he's doing the fun flips and dips with the bat.
And, like, it's just such a funny scene, just, like, showing off what vampires can actually do in a fun way.
I really like Emmett in this scene. He's just, like, just jock
punching,
mode. And then when Rosalie gets all pissed, he's all like, babe, come on, babe, it's just a game. Like, I just absolutely love him in this scene so much.
Yeah, I wish Emmett had more to do in the movies. He has nothing to do.
He's the honestly, he's the funnest of the vampires.
Yeah. And so then the trio of vampires show up to break up the baseball scene. And like, oh, sorry, we know this is your territory. Oh, that's all cool and everything. Like, hey, let's play baseball with you guys. And they're like, okay, sure, let's do that. And like, oh, like, you know, what's the time? We gotta go back and, I don't know, like, watch TV or something. And they sniff Bella, and we're like, oh shit, she smells really good. Like, oh fuck, she's human.
Dude,
and
did somebody bring a rotisserie chicken to this game? Shit, hit me up with a
pulled pork, hell yeah. And so they sniff her, they want to eat her. The cosplay, they're all like, you know, like gathered around like gremlins, all like hissing. It's so funny.
It's so cringe.
It's funny watching the actors behind the scenes do this part, because like they all do like this hissing back and forth. And they all just burst out laughing every single time because it's so ridiculous.
It's so ridiculous.
So now, like, it's the final conflict of the movie, pretty much, where these vampires want to eat Bella, the Cullens want to protect her. So Bella's at home packing her bags because she wants to move the fuck away, and Charlie's all confused, thinks that Edward's, like, beating her or something.
Yeah. Did he touch you, Bella?
And so
she hurts his feelings. It's, like, the saddest part of the whole movie.
Yeah. So, like, Kanjigan is the main vampire, is the one that really wants to eat her, because his power is that he's a really good tracker. So Bella's going to drive through the night away from them to, like, a Phoenix, and Edward, like, hops in the truck, and, like, you know... So Edward hops in the truck and, like, forces her into the passenger seat so that he can drive, because he has to protect her.
Yeah, it's really fucked. I don't like this character at all.
And so, for some reason, Laurent, he shows up and warns him about how James wants to eat Bella. Mm-hmm. No idea why. And so they...
Because in the next movie, he's not, like, an ally.
No, not at all. And so Alice and Bella... They're separating Edward and Bella because they know that if they follow Edward, they can find Bella. So Alice and Jasper drive Bella to Phoenix. If I was in a car with Jasper, I'd take the steering wheel and drive off a cliff. I do not want to be in a car with Jasper at all. So Alice sees the future and determines that a big show doesn't happen at a ballet studio. Bella receives a phone call that she thinks it's from her mom, but it's James. He's tricking her into thinking that her mom has, like, been kidnapped and trapped in a ballet studio.
Bella, where are you, Bella?
So his ballet studio has like a million mirrors in it, and James is there taunting Bella. Trying this food again. He has a camcorder. He wants to make a snuff film for some reason. So he wants to, like, break Edward's heart for some reason.
He, like, stomps on her leg and breaks her leg. Yeah. He bites her arm. Gets that good venom in her.
Yeah, so she is now got like the vampire goo in her. Edward shows up. They start attacking each other, so they're smashing each other's faces into mirrors, which is awesome. Kicking each other across the room. A lot of good wire work, actually. And Bella's wounded because of, you know, the bite in her arm there. Edward's all pissed off, you know, like, oh my god, you hurt my Bella. And Edward takes a big chunk out of James's neck, which is awesome. Which is, like, apparently they use that chicken and cheese to have, like, the fleshy bit. Yeah. So it's just Bart Pattinson, like, taking a big bite of chicken and cheese and spitting it out. And Jasper and Emmett, they're there, so they finally do something good. And they restrain James. Alice hops up on his neck, snaps it, and they start setting his corpse on.
And they look so pleased as punch. Like, they're, like, practically shouting, yippee!
Yeah.
And jumping around for joy that they're ripping this, like, fellow vampire.
They murdered a guy and they love it.
Could you imagine the next morning, the ballet studio owner, like, rolls up to work, and it's like, there's somebody's broken, destroyed all my beer store up my floor, had a gigantic bonfire in my fucking ballet studio. It's like, I'm gonna have to shut down my business. Insurance is not gonna cover this. Like,
why is there so much blood and bone here?
There looks like it's like a fucking corpse burned
It's actually absurd, yeah.
And it's like when they all left, did they take the camcorder with them?
Yeah.
Or was the camcorder there?
That'd be so funny if, like, the ballet person's like, what the fuck happened here last night? Why are they able to move around like that? They're so happy snapping the guy's neck off. And so Edward's all upset because, like, Bella's dying, but there's an option to turn her into a vampire, but he won't do it. So he needs to suck the venom out of her, but he has to restrain himself because her blood's so tasty that, like,
he has to purify her blood. However, it's too hard. It's very hard to resist.
And he has to have the strength to stop fully eating her. Which, like, I'm not sure why Carlisle
couldn't do it. You're a literal fucking doctor. And
you've
you're
done
surrounded
this,
by blood.
And you've done this like 40 times.
Yes, you've done this to all of your stepchildren.
Yeah, and
you're the one to do it, man.
Yeah, like, I don't understand why it has to be Edward. And, like, yeah, it makes no sense at all why it has to be Edward, not him. Because, like, I guess for dramatic stakes, narratively, it makes zero sense. So, as Edward's removing the venom from her body, she's having flashbacks of her times Edward early in the movie. Visions of her being a child. We see some other visions of, like, Snow and Edward together, which have not happened yet. So, like, clearly she's seeing some other parts of, like, this big romance. And she wakes up in a hospital, and her mom's there. And Edward's there, too, but Edward's pretending to be asleep. And he says some bullshit about how, like, oh, I was afraid it was going to stop, like, sucking all your blood. And you have to go back to Jacksonville because, like, I can't protect you here. Kristen Stewart's great in the scene where he's like, no, I want to stay with you. Like, fuck off. Like, you can't keep saying this to me. And, like, he's like, okay, fine, back off. And, like, kiss her on the forehead. They've all kissed and made up. So now it's prom time. I guess Bella's not going to prom since, like, she's been mortally wounded. And, she has a nice blue dress. Charlie says she looks really fine. Edward has his Volvo back, so he's, like, driving her to prom in a Volvo. And, outside...
He's dressed in the most expensive piece of set in the whole movie is the $7,000 Armani suit that he's wearing. Which is like, no one gives a damn. You didn't have to spend all of that budget on this suit.
Well, he probably met Armani when he first started out, so you probably bought the suit like when it was like, cost like $3 Like, it's been around forever.
But it's like, yeah, apparently that was the most expensive like thing that they spent their money on while filming this movie was his suit for this prom scene.
But I'm sure that there's been so many Tumblr photos of him in that suit there too. That's probably worth it overall.
I guess.
If you're into
like, you have a props department. I'm sure they could just like make you a nice fitted suit. You didn't have to shell out the money for an Armani suit. Maybe
there's some sort of partnership or something like that, some sort of sponsorship deal. And so at the prom, outside of it, Jacob shows up. He's just like, wearing like, like a dress shirt and a tie. Like, his hair is like all like, his hair is all long, like, not tied up. And so he jokes that his dad paid him $20 to talk to her. And, says something about like, oh yeah, we'll be watching you, Bella. I was like, there's another protector for Bella because this whole damn series, people's like, I want to protect you, Bella. Mm-hmm. And Bella should just get a gun.
Like, Charlie gives her a freaking mace, like, bear spray.
Like, I don't know, if I was like, I would just give Bella like a Gawk or something like that and just like have her just like, I can protect myself.
She's strapped 24/7.
And so Edward shows up too. He hates James when they sneer at one another, stare at one another.
Well, yeah, because Edward's a racist.
And Edward's like, I leave you two for a moment, the wolves descend.
Which seems very problematic, like, thing to say in this situation, in this universe of world building. It very much seems like that's a sus thing to say.
So like they're out there shitting Monte Carlo themed prom. Actually, it actually looks okay. And all of Bella's disposal friends are there. They're having a fun time. Edward's used to this. He's been to like 40 proms already. Like he's been to so many. Like it's insane. Like, and they're dancing together at the gazebo outside. It's romantic, sure. They're talking about like she wants to be turned,
and yet again he refuses to.
He's like, isn't it enough for a long happy life together? But she wants forever.
Yeah.
And they kiss. And meanwhile, like Victoria, the redheaded vampire, is upstairs creeping out at them. So there's just another old lady hanging around at prom and everything's creeping all the students. Like,
why? How well? I don't know how old Victoria is, but.
But, like, she's, like...
I think she's not dating a fucking student. We'll say that.
Maybe that's just a normal thing for vampires, and we're the ones being racist for thinking that is bad. And so she's just lurking and observing them, seemingly plotting her revenge. Because they killed James, and then 15 Step by Radiohead starts playing, and we get the credits.
Which, again, that song is forever ruined for me, because I will, whenever I hear that song, I think of that ending scene.
Yeah, and, like, I guess as time went on, like, bands were writing songs for Twilight. Like Muse wrote a song for Twilight.
Paramore wrote Decode for Twilight, which is crazy because within the movie, they have a Paramore song when they're shopping for prom dresses, and it's not Decode whatsoever. And the song Decode shows up as like the second or third credit song. It's not even like when like 15 Step started, that's when Decode should have started.
Yeah.
If anything, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like, no, we have 15 Step, we have something else, and then Decode like comes into like
these soundtracks were huge. Like they were big.
I mean, they had no right to be as good as they were, but they fucking ripped.
So yeah, Twilight was a hit. It made $408 million off a $37 million budget. I think the movies kept making more and more money as they went along. It catapulted the stars into the tabloids and like stardom. Got 4 sequels. Pattinson and Stewart started dating in real life, then broke up, and maybe got back together again. Then broke up again. They're not together now, of course. So yeah, again, we talked about already about how Twilight was already kind of like mocked by people who expect to mock it, and like revered by all the fans. So it won Best Movie, Best Female Performance, Best Breakthrough Male Performance, Best Kiss, and Best Fight at the MTV Movie Awards.
Ooh, you got too many surfboards.
Yeah, and it won 10 of its 11 nominations at the 2019 Choice Awards.
Excellent. So
it always had its dedicated fandom, but I think people really kind of came around because they like the actors now. It's not as ridiculed as it used to be. Like, I think it could just be time, but like I feel like people are not really dunking on Stewart and Pattinson for being the Twilight people anymore.
I feel like now people are more so dunking on just like the plot and the world building, because it's like like they're acting to me in this first movie is like, I you know what I mean. It is what it is. Mm-hmm. But for me, the thing that riles me up whenever I watch these movies is the world building and the like choices these characters are making.
The choices are insane. Yeah, which makes them really fun to watch. And for me, this makes them perfect. So bad they're good movies.
Absolutely.
Because I think this one is really moody. I think it's pretty well acted. I like the atmosphere of it. I like the heightened emotions. The later ones, they just get very, very stupid the whole time. And I think like some of the later ones are just really bad movies.
My favorite is the second one. Mm-hmm. Then the first part of the fourth one, I guess, the wedding one. Yeah. Then this first movie. Then the third one. Then the fifth one.
It's crazy how little happens the rest of the movies.
The third movie, I can't remember it.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, just, I have no idea what the fuck happens.
Third one's a lot of action to it, so I kind of like it for that, because stuff actually happens, but, like, grand scheme doesn't really matter.
The first half of the second one is absolutely my favorite. Like, once he goes to Italy, don't care. Mm-hmm. But the melodrama, the emo vibes, just the, like, heartbreak of that first half of the second one, love it to death. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so, like, the second one's directed by Chris Weitz, who directed the previous episode of MoviePod, American Pie.
Oh, nice.
And, he did New Moon because Catherine Hardwicke was told, like, if she wanted to come back, they wanted to do it within a year with a tighter budget. And she was like, no. Mm. So New Moon is also very close to the novel, too. But it's kind of too bad that, like, this female-headed franchise for the first movie has male directors the rest of the time.
Yeah.
I feel like it'd been nice to have them all be directed by women instead of just, the first one. Mm. But yeah, I guess, like, Kristen Stewart said in an interview that anybody who wants to talk shit about Twilight, I completely get. But there's something there that I'm endlessly, and to this day, fucking proud of. My memory of it still feels really good.
Good.
So I'm glad that, like, even, like, Pattinson and Stewart, they respect the fans of the series there, because, like, they are very passionate fans. Mm-hmm. But they also admit, like, they are kind of silly movies. We can have fun with them.
They're a riot. Like, they're an absolute blast. We literally, like, we have, like, a 12-year tradition, you and I, of literally just watching it every fall.
Yeah.
Like, it's so fun.
They're so fun.
So moody for this, like, time of year, too.
Yeah, they're also, like, I'm doing this part of a spooky month. Like, it's not a scary movie at all, but, like, it is funny the way they kind of switch the vampire and werewolf lore to something that's very, like, accessible to a demographic that would never care about this shit. Mm-hmm. And, yeah, they're very fall-feeling movies, which is kind of strange because, like, they take place in the Pacific Northwest, which is very rainy.
I think just the Pacific Northwest kind of often gives me a fall vibe.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Because it's one endless, like, lost season of rain.
Yeah, and it's like, it seems cold. You can't, like, it's always like those trees where it's like, well, they're around all season long. So it's like, you can pass for fall. And because everything is cold and wet, they're always wearing, like, warmer clothing and stuff. She's wearing mitts, she's wearing, like, scarves. It gives me a fall vibe. I love it. Makes you want to eat mushroom ravioli. Makes me want to have 2 beers while cleaning my gun. I love it.
I really want to try some Rainier beer sometime.
We gotta do it.
And buy a gun.
Buy a gun. Good luck with that.
I'm gonna buy a gun to protect Bella.
Gotta protect you, Bella.
She can't protect herself.
I'm gonna grow a mustache just for this in honor of Charlie.
Yeah, so, Andy, any final thoughts about the first Twilight movie?
It's very fun. I would say to listeners who have not seen this movie, if you want to watch it, it is a blast watching it not sober. Mm-hmm. So if legally you can consume some cannabis or get drunk, like, it is an absolute riot. I would say if you are sober, it kind of...
You start picking it apart.
It's a little bit of a slog, because there's a lot of moments where it's just like, there's like awkward silence. Mm-hmm. And it's like, as far as somebody like me who kind of has ADHD and I don't have the patience for that stuff, it's just kind of like, all right, let's get going with it. But if I'm under the influence, it's a lot more fun. Mm-hmm. So I
saw this last year at the Highland Cinema. They had an interactive screening.
Oh, very fun.
So basically, people were encouraged to kind of like shout and cheer for things, and it was a blast. Like go to screen like that, it's great too, because like people were not really mocking the movie. It wasn't like The Room where people were like ridiculing the whole time. But, like people were like, hooting and hollering when Edward would show up or Jacob would show up, laughing a lot, cheering when like a music would come on. Like I was like cheering so hard with Supermassive Black Hole in the baseball scene.
Hell yeah!
And it was a really fun. It was really interesting for me being part of a fandom that I'm not really a part of, and being part of their culture.
Oh, sis, we're part of this fandom. Don't you worry about it.
But I feel like we approach it from a different degree. We're not.
I think it counts that we're part of the fandom because we own the movies.
Yeah, I have all 5 on Blu-ray.
We own the movies. We literally like watch them annually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have the Blu-ray right here.
You literally, part of my wedding speech was you like mentioning how often we watch Twilight.
Oh, yeah.
And so we bonded over Twilight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it is. We're in the fandom.
They're important movies for us.
Like, we're tit soak all the way.
Yeah, like we're not the Tumblr fandom of it, but like we are people that rewatch these movies a lot.
Yeah,
because we get something out of it, which is not just like
it brings us joy. Like
and like it's this is kind of fun to do some of the deeper research for, because like it's funny listening to about the very close attention to detail they did for the book. And in the second one, they did a lot of the same stuff too. And it's interesting to just see like, oh yeah, like the people who made this actually did care. They want to get it right for the fans. And I like how they are just movies that are for one specific group of people and not trying to be for everyone.
Yes, and I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Like, stop trying to do, like, the lowest common denominator. Like, that's how you just sort of lose the plot. Just, like, yes, keep the characters how, like, Stephanie Meyers wanted them. Don't add the jet ski with the bazooka and whatever.
Bazooka would be so good.
We can do that in the like extended edition or something else. But it's like, I do appreciate that they wanted to keep it as close as possible to like the actual reading material.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So thank you so much for joining me this week.
Thank you for
It was an absolute blast to talk about this movie.
I'm sorry if I cackled too much during this.
That was the point. It'd be a fun one.
It was great.
You can follow me on Twitter, Blue Sky, and Letterboxd at bwishart. You can also follow MoviePod on Twitter, Blue Sky, and YouTube. Next week, I'm going to be joined by Jacob, not the Jacob from this movie, and we'll be discussing Halloween 3: Season of the Witch.
Ooh, very nice.
Have you seen that one?
I've not.
Is
that the one with the masks?
Yes.
I have seen that one. I watched it with you.
Yeah, it's so much fun. It's so
It's
ridiculous.
a lot of fun.
So I'm stoked to talk to Jacob about that movie. And so until next week, everyone in MoviePod Nation, take care.